Hi, and welcome to Birds of Bottle.
We've got to think about wine.
And we want you to have a thing about wine too.
And this week, we've got a rosy glow about us, and we are loving all things pink.
We are, because rosé is so popular at this time of year, even with people who don't usually think of themselves as rosé drinkers.
Yeah, even holding a glass of rosé, she says, without a glass of rosé, in your hand, makes you feel all summery.
Yeah, and interestingly, rosé goes with just about all pink foods. Isn't that weird?
It does. Isn't that weird? Including, for example, Eton Mess, which is delicious with a sweet pink Moscato.
For our first pink, we have this Sainsbury's Côte du Rhône Rosé 2012, which is just £6.
Yay. And this perfectly demonstrates that you really don't need to spend a fortune on rosé.
Yeah.
It's not a complex wine, is it? It's, it's a glugging wine, it's a summer wine.
Yeah. Now this is from their winemaker's selection, and isn't it a lovely sort of salmon pink colour?
Yeah, this is made from Grenache, Cinsault and Syrah, which are the sort of standard southern Rhone grapes. It's lightly, there's a bit of cherry maybe on it.
Yeah, definitely. But lovely, lovely nose.
And in the mouth, it's just right. It's not too...
It's
not too
dry.
anything, is it?
It's dry, and
Yeah.
a lot of them have quite a lot of, not a lot of sweetness, but they're off dry to actually sometimes
a bit
more
medium.
than that.
Yeah, it's got a sort of cherry flavour.
I mean, chill this beautifully, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a good wine, and it's intense, and it's lovely. I mean, Mel and I walk along a lot of tasting tables, don't we, with rows of rosés. A lot of them more expensive than this, and we're pulling faces, aren't we?
We're pulling faces because they can be bitter, they can be over sweet, confected, or just plain dull, and this really is not dull, is it?
I mean, it's still in my mouth now. It's still in my mouth, lasting, lovely wine. And, while we're talking pink, those pink foods, poached salmon will go with it.
Delicious.
Smoked salmon will go with it.
Yeah, but also you could go a bit more pokey. You could go, we're down in the south of France, saucisson sec, or with peppercorns, or with fennel, or with a sort of herbe de Provence coating, with sort of green edges, or pokier still, this would easily do a tandoori chicken or a chicken tikka masala.
Yeah. Or a prawn on the barbie.
That's a prawn on the barbecue. You may not have to spend a fortune on rosé, but sometimes you want to super impress, and this Miraval Rosé Côte de Provence 2013 will certainly do that. It's from Majestic and it's $17.99, so really only for special occasions.
Yeah. But, if you want to push the boat out, I mean, look at this lovely bottle.
It is so beautiful.
I mean, it is. It's got a beautiful sort of smoky Provence pink colour and absolutely look beautiful on a table. And they do it in a magnum. So if you've got a really special occasion, and it's always nice to have a big one.
It's lovely to have a big one. This smells beautiful. It's absolutely it's mineral, isn't it?
It is.
It is rain on wet stones.
I'm sorry, yes. If you think that might be a poncy word, and we always promise not to talk poncily, it is a mineral nose. There's only that way to talk about it.
You can only just tell that it's rosé. It is absolutely bone dry, and it has that chalky mineral taste, doesn't it? It's a really classy number.
If you closed your eyes, you could think you were drinking a white wine, couldn't
Yeah.
you? It is. It feels elegant. It feels none of that sort of tinny acidity is there.
It's beautiful.
And the length is lovely too. And now this is made from Cinsault, Grenache, Syrah and Roll.
Also known as Vermentino. And those are the typical Provence rosé grapes. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm sure if, the price is steep, but if you are trying to be impressive, your friends will be impressed by this.
They will. And not just by the bottle, but by the taste in the glass.
And also, this wine is Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's. Hurrah. So I think that's probably, something to do with the beautiful bottle and the slightly high price tag.
Yeah. But if you're drinking it, you wouldn't have to let the luxury stop there, would you? You could have this with lobster. Wouldn't it be great with lobster? Or
God, it would be good
some of
with
those
lobster.
massive great langoustines, or a ginormous spider crab. I mean, wow, how could you impress with that?
Yeah, or one of those long, lazy lunches with an assiette de fruits de mer and a big, long French baguette and maybe some garlic mayo and maybe a side order of Brad Pitt.
Well, that sounds good.
Mm.
Or, don't forget, you could have it with a prawn and the barbie. For our last wine, we have the Muga Rioja Rosado 2013, which is available from Waitrose at $9.99 and Majestic at $10.99 or £9.34 if you buy it on multi-buy, and that's until the 1st of September.
It's extraordinarily fragrant, really, compared to the other two, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
so
it
much
has a
more going
much
on.
more intense nose, doesn't it? Red fruit, cherry fruit.
Yeah, really, really deep and attractive.
And again on the palate, isn't it?
Yeah. Much, it's just fruitier. It's still dry, but whereas certainly the Provence wine was sort of steely and almost neutral and almost white wine-like, this is most definitely based on red grapes.
Yeah. If you shut your eyes, you'd know it was a rosé, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And this is made with Garnacha, which is Grenache, and Viura and Tempranillo.
I mean, you get that on Spanish wines. They're usually darker in colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're just usually more full-on than, for example, French.
But it means they can taste your food.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking chorizo. Chorizo al vino. Maybe chorizo with chickpeas. Actually, chorizo with any kind of peas.
Yeah, chorizo in a paella maybe, or chorizo sliced into scrambled egg, or you can buy that cheap sort of sandwiched little thin slices of chorizo, put it on a baking sheet for 10 minutes in a hot oven, and you make little chorizo crisps to have with drinks.
Lovely. Actually, this would be good with a prawn on the barbie.
Yes, Sandra.
See you next time.
See you next time.